Welcome back, guys. Patch 13 Barbarian playthrough. Now before we actually begin, let's just take a minute to enjoy the silence. Isn't that wonderful?
This place reeks of
Peace
death.
and quiet.
The fallen star is near.
So in case you're wondering what all that was about and you haven't watched any of my other videos, my last couple have had a real horrible buzzing, hissing noise over the top of the recording. So I spent about 3 or 4 hours trying to figure out what it actually was. Tried everything, tried updating my drivers, changing my ports, all that type of good stuff. I was about to give up, and then I decided to go check on YouTube, and I found a video of a guy explaining that he had the same problem, and what his problem was that he had his laptop plugged in too close to his microphone, apparently. Strangely enough for me, I'm not playing on a laptop. The laptop just sits beside me, and apparently I must be getting some interference off the charger or something. Microphone cord too close to the charger box, something like that, not sure. I've unplugged it, and we'll just leave it unplugged, I think, from now on. Maybe it wasn't plugged in properly, I'm not quite 100% sure exactly the reasoning behind it. But it's an electrical field that causes the humming, and of course your microphone picks that up. So hopefully that's gone forever, and we will never have to hear from it again.
Are you Leah?
I'm sure once or twice I'll forget about it and leave my laptop plugged in, and it'll come back. Hopefully I'll pick it up before I upload the videos next time.
This is killing business.
Oh, what do we got? Hammer of the Ancients is still there, cool.
The dead will overwhelm.
Right, so let's go through the Barbarian changes for patch 13. If we get past that wee bit of lag, that's cool.
We've been under siege for 6
Right,
days.
Barbarian changes. Bash, weapon damage increased from 145 to 150%. Hang on, Leah, you be quiet. Try and listen. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, I'll get these rears. These are the ones that I found from other characters, as you guys probably are aware if you've watched my other videos. Unfortunately, there's nothing that actually adds any damage, but that's alright. Cleave weapon damage increased from 115% to 120%. Frenzy weapon damage increased from 100% to 110%. So the Barbarian's getting quite a lot of buffs, which is a bit odd, I would have thought. They didn't seem to be in need of any. Again, it's really hard to tell from this really, you know, they might be balancing for level 60, and of course we're not playing level 60. We're playing at the most level 13, and even that's not a true representation, because nobody's going to be killing the Skeleton King at level 13 once the game is officially released. Next up we have Ground Stomp. Ground Stomp base skill no longer deals weapon damage, but the stun duration has been increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. So a nice wee trade off there, I guess. Ground Stomp, I believe, used to be 50%, maybe 60% weapon damage, so probably not a huge change. Hammer of the Ancients, which of course we're using, damage increased from 180 to 200%. Leap attack damage increased from 100 to 125%. So really, you know, a lot of buffs across the board for the Barbarian. I'm liking that. I think I've decided my first class will be the Barbarian. And we need to put these options back on that just insist on not staying. Auto equip that. Yes, that. Accept. Thank you. So I don't know why they don't want to save, but whatever, Trevor. Threatening Shout. Damage reduction decreased from 50% to 25%. That's the first nerf we've had for the Barbarian. And weapon masteries, swords and daggers, damage bonus increased from 10% to 15%. Maces and axes, chance to critically hit increased from 5% to 10%. Polearms and spears, no change on those. Mighty weapons, fury generated per hit increased from 1 to 3. So that's quite a big difference there on your fury generation. Now that is all the changes for the Barbarian. So yeah, sweeping changes really, the buffs right across the board. I mean, there's no one nerf there, but that's a nerf not to damage, it's a nerf to damage received, so nerf to defense I suppose you could call it if you're indeed going to use that skill. Level 3, flying through the levels. That cleave, which of course we will be using,
Old Tristram.
because we do love some cleave action.
This place.
Might have to change back to Bash once we hit level 6 and unlock some of the runes. It's using cooldown. What are you doing, cleave?
Not enough fury.
Now, if you didn't manage to watch my wizard video because of the humming noise, it's fine. But I'd like some feedback on the quality of the video in this one. I'm going to be rendering this at a higher rate than my other videos because there's a few complaints that the quality wasn't very good.
Adria was my mother, but I
So I will try and put this one out a bit better.
When I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when
And
Tristram
see
fell
how
into
you
the
guys
water.
like it. I run the game at full specs for these recordings,
Follow me.
so it doesn't make sense to run it at full specs and then release a crappy quality content. And of course I'm not trying to release bad videos, it doesn't serve any purpose to anybody. Always try and put out the best videos that I can in respect to data limits and time and that type of thing. Oh, nice. Should we go dual wield or we go with the shield? I think we'll go dual wield. What are you doing? Get back. Can we not dual wield that? No, one hand, yes, one hand. Oddly enough, we lose damage by dual wielding that.
Here's the key.
It'll have something to do with swing timers and all that good stuff.
Me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could.
Oops, I'm trying to stop her talking. Stop talking. God damn it. Yes, I'm always trying to release the best content that I can. But of course this is just a part-time thing for me at the moment. I'm lucky if I get to record for an hour a day, and I try and only do it a few days a week. This week, as I've seen in a couple of my other videos, has been a bit different because of patch 13 of course, so I'll put out a video nearly every day, and roughly 45 minutes to an hour each video. So I've been doing a bit of overtime on the old YouTubes. If I do it for fun, if I didn't enjoy it I wouldn't do it. Simple as that, I'd just play. And I wouldn't have to talk, I'd just laugh in glee as I smash things across the screen. But it is Friday today. For me, at time of recording, I don't know what time you're watching this, what day, but it is Friday for me. A long week over and done with.
This is where the star fell.
So I'll probably do this one and maybe a reckoning one today. And that'll be it for me for this week, and we'll be back again on Monday. Oh, I've missed the Barbarian. Just raw damage. I think, it feels like you're hitting something as opposed to the other classes don't really have that same feeling. And that's not to say the other classes aren't awesome, because pretty much all the classes in Diablo 3 are awesome. What do we get? A defensive skill, threatening shout. Cool, we won't actually be using that, but we'll keep it in there anyway. Oh, he makes a nice sound when he does that. Oh, short sword, that might give us better damage, 5.6, 7. Yes it does. I'm not really a dual wield type of person. I do like the one-handers, slow one-handers preferably, big hammers and such. But of course we're limited to what we can have in the beta. I was never a fury warrior type of person in World of Warcraft. It was cool for PvE I suppose, but PvP definitely. I really hope they release the PvP content in the beta so we get a chance to try it out. Even if we're level 13 is the max, that'd be cool. As long as people don't whinge about the balance, because nobody's going to be balanced at level 13. I don't think they're going to balance for the PvP side of it anyway. I think they've already come out and stated that quite clearly. It's not what they're aiming to do with this game. So let's just hope they stick to that and they don't kill our PvE treasure hunting guys just because some guy complained about PvP. And that's not to say I don't like PvP, because I do. I love me some PvP. Yes, get some. Come on. Yes. Oh, I love the warrior. The warrior, the barbarian. Oh, my hand would probably be chopped off for calling him a warrior.
To hear that Leah is well. I fear the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old.
Shut up, Kane. Just let me smash stuff. Ah, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get that back up there. There we go.
Uncle.
The skeleton.
Oh, we got that ring. Can we? Yes, we can. Oh, that's actually a slight damage increase, just 3% attack speed. So there you go. What's that? 0.2. Not a huge jump. We could definitely find a better damage dealing ring. As I've said before, I am going to be trying to max out my Barbarian in this patch cycle, as long as it's long enough. As long as it's long enough, yes, that does make sense.
I may do business with some unsavory types, but I pass the savings on.
I know in the last patch there's some guys reporting they're up to about 120 DPS on their Barbarian, so my first target will be to break 100, and then we'll see how we can get from there. Of course, my Demon Hunter patch 12 got to 80, so not quite 100, of course. 80 is less than 100, yes. It's more than enough for the beta, of course, but that's not why we do it. Do it because we like seeing big numbers.
My love, forgive me.
Right, so let's use Strictly Shout. We got Rend, that's cool. Not going to use it, but it's cool to have. Apparently they've buffed Rend or done something to it. Again, the cleave's not really useful for a single target. Still doing enough damage to her.
I couldn't have done the Fantis tomb in a cemetery and the Weeping Hollow.
What was that other bet we got? 2% magic find or 2 life. I'll just go with the 2 life. I won't bother about changing it now. Don't we usually have what's it called? Leap attack by now? So that's all we're going to get there. Ren's 210, they haven't changed that. Must be tactics at level 9 that you get leap attack. I'm sure that's not the way it was before.
Stand your ground. That's the last of them. The bridge is clear.
God. I remember my first playthrough ever. It is on my channel if you want to have a look. Those guys almost killed me. I was down to like nothing. It just seems so easy now compared to then. It's amazing what a bit of experience can do. I'm going to get overconfident here and get myself killed. Everything's just dying. What's going on? I think I've got attack attacks damage gear. It seems to be paying for itself. Let's see what we've got. Attack attacks damage of 4. That's all. Just 4. Right, he's going to kill himself. Yeah, and I've regened more than damage he did to me in that time. Right, so even though those rears don't add damage, straight damage to my weapons, they do help me kill. Oh, big pack. Oh, well. It's alright, we're alright. Just get that big guy who'll blow up and kill the rest. go. Just like that. Well, the attack takes damage thing's awesome for these little guys because you don't even have to bother about hitting them. 26 killed, nice. Ah, the Barbarian. Love it. Just a quick update on my poll too, that's on my blog if you guys want to check it out. The link will be down below in the description. Currently we now have the Barbarian on 6, the Wizard on 6. That's all I can remember. The other ones are still on 2 each, I think, from memory. So the Wizard's caught up. So we can't have that. So all you Barbarian lovers out there, go to my blog, vote for the Barbarian. Don't let the old magic users take it away from you. Conan would not be amused. Now I am also coming up to almost up to my 100th video. It's quite a good effort, I thought. I've probably actually gone over it. I did have another channel a wee while ago which I did a lot of Orcs Must Die, did the full playthroughs with each level. But I wasn't that happy with them, so I deleted them. So I think that's, if I remember rightly, there's 24 levels, so that's 24 videos. I mean, I wasn't that happy with them, so I just deleted them and started a new channel. Started a new channel because I didn't like the name of my other channel as well. I should remember to use that up in packs, that would definitely help. Level 6, we now have runes. Come back here. Right, now before I jump into the runes, I did have a question from one of the viewers. What level do the runes unlock? And it doesn't look like you have any choice in which rune you get. Can you please explain it a bit further? And yes, I can. You're dead right, you don't have any choice in the way that the runes are all locked. They're all based on level. We'll just jump in here and we'll show you the one. We'll go back to Bash. Right, so you can see this one which we just unlocked at level 6. So it just generates an additional 6 Fury, but we will equip that because we want to see if there's a new animation for it. And once we can go back in, now we'll go into this one. Right, so you see up here these numbers, that's all what level you unlock them. So 11, 21, 29, 35, 42. And again with these ones, 7, 15, 21, 28, 36. So that's the levels you unlock the runes. So you have no direct control over which one you're unlocking. You just take them as you get them, type of thing. You do have a choice, of course, once you've unlocked them, or you have a choice of which one to use, but you don't control which one it unlocks and when. So let's have a look at this new Bash. Yeah, okay. It's a bit bigger of an animation. Definitely look at that Fury, that does like quick. Let's expend it all and use it again, see if how fast we can top it back up. It's an extra, what did I say, it's an extra 6 or up to 6? Let's have a look, make sure I get that right. Generate 6 additional Fury per attack, okay. So the base one is 6, so that's 12 per attack.
I need Fury.
Right, let's go. Stop running, you wee buggers. Okay, yeah, so definitely Fury builds up fast. Which really at this level is not that big of a deal because you don't have a lot to spend that Fury on. Later on it's going to be better. But it might not be one of the better runes to use. Again, it depends on how much Fury we're spending later on. So let's change back to Cleave. So it's hard to say because, I mean, later on you might be using 3 or 4 Fury spenders, and you might only have that as your fury generator. But without actually being there and testing, it's quite hard to say, unfortunately. And of course, for the boss fights and things like that, extra fury is not going to hurt. Right, so we'll give him one of them. And can he out damage our regen? Not really. Doesn't seem to be going health going down. Seems to be holding about right. I didn't take a potion then, that's just went back up. Gonna have to say no. And I'm gonna have to say rears are overpowered. Yes, at low levels. And protection stride, so that's going to help us out even more. Yeah, you horrible shouting man. Former man, I suppose. Die, yes, die. We didn't really need that potion. That's cool. So what am I going to do in my next videos? Well, I'm going to finish off each character and then I'll redo the videos again, but I'll just do the runes and just highlight the runes for each class. Much the same as a lot of other commentators have done. You've probably already seen them, but hopefully I can put my spin on them. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And I'll also be doing some crafting ones. I probably won't be doing the magic find ones this time around, but I will be doing the crafting ones. I do enjoy those crafting ones. It's always nice to see what you can get and hopefully not destroy any 26 strength that will be this time weapons, like I did with my last lot for the intellect ones, which you guys very quickly pointed out. So even from these run-throughs, I try and get about 100 materials before I start crafting. Of course, crafting has changed. The required mats has changed a bit in this patch. I'll still do 100. Do 100 at a time. I think that's a good amount. Which I'm almost there just from doing these playthroughs.
It's good to work again.
Especially after that first one. God, that witch doctor was crazy. 50 elites. Was it 50? No, it was 20, wasn't it? Yeah, 20.
I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind.
Leoric's crown has been...
This has been a surprisingly fast playthrough. Your melee characters are usually the slow ones, but again I do have those rears. I suppose they are making quite a big difference. I'm feeling like I'm a level 13, but I'm not. I'm only level 6. So I guess that also has to do with the extra damage of cleave and such. So of course we are using cleave predominantly. Ah, come here. Don't run away. It's annoying. Oh, it's a nice ping for today. As you can see, I'm playing during the day rather than at night, which made it as well. Maybe there's less people on this time of day. I think that time for me is about 3:44 PST, I think. Plus 2 difference, if I remember right. Plus 2 but a day behind. I think that's right. Plus 2, 12 hours behind. Maybe it's 12 hours behind. Yeah, it's 12 hours behind. So it's 3:44 in the morning, I believe. I believe. I think I'm wrong. How about I pause and I'll tell you. Good lord, that was got some speed on that. Alright, so it's 4:45 PM on Thursday in PST time. So for me it is 1:45 PM on Friday, so I'm actually almost a whole day ahead. I can see into the future. But no, I'm not telling you a lot of ticket numbers. Right, what do we get? We got a new rune. I think it was a cleave one. No, it wasn't cleave. Okay, that's fine. Hammer of the Ancients one, nice. Create a shockwave that deals 155% weapon damage to all enemies within 22 yards in front of you. So what's different from the first part? This happens to smash enemies directly in front of you. Okay. So now it's a wave, not just directly in front. Let's have a let that cooldown run and then we'll have a look. I do like the sound of it. Thought we were getting cleave on, I was quite excited about that. Obviously cleave's my main smell. Yeah, my main smell at the moment. My main spell at the moment. Alright, let's have a look. It doesn't. Ah. So now it's a slightly ranged attack, I see. And these guys are hitting like bloody anything. Crossed. Frozen mobs. Of course they're frozen. What else would they be? I'm taking damage. It's not fair to have 4 frozen mobs. All my talk about this being easy has now come to an end. I don't have anything ranged, so I can't hit them. I just need to run until I get some health. It's high quality recording here. Watching me run away. Oh, what do you got? 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Let's get in there. God damn. These guys hurt a lot. I'm running out of places to run. Uh-oh. That guy's almost dead, one of them. Did that kill anything? No. Ah! Don't get frozen. Right, need to get past and get that. Go, 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 go! Yay! Ooh, that was close, that was close. Now I need to keep running until I... No, that's fine. We should be able to kill them before we get all the way up that other end, right. Oh my god! Stop it! Almost down, almost down. One down. You go down too. Whew, thank you. And there you have the bad part of playing melee class. Well, we got a nice one-hander out of that. Whew, yeah, hope that was fun for you guys. Wasn't so fun for me, the old ticker. I had heaps of trouble with those guys in my first playthrough as well. I think they actually killed me 2 or 3 times. I haven't died in patch 13 yet, in case you're wondering, so that was as close as I've ever been to dying. Need to make it right through all 5 without dying. Ah, some more of them. They're not minions though, so they shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be, I say. Definitely hit hard. Too hard, you could say. Maybe. Do you guys like it when, like, it's, you know, it's steady across the board how much damage mobs and that do to you? Or do you like it when there's just like 1 or 2 that just seem to kick your butt like they're doing to me? Everything else is pretty simple. And you just find these guys, they're not even elites or anything. And they just kick them in the butt. Do you prefer it that way? Or do you prefer it just, you know, just everything's pretty much the same? It's either hard right across the board or it's easy right across the board. Right, why did I pick that up? That was total another junk. Let me know down below what you think. Oh, I could change that too, couldn't I? preferably. I think I like to be surprised. Of course, the surprise only lasts, should only last really on the first couple of playthroughs. You kind of know that those guys are going to hurt. I wasn't actually expecting those big boys to hurt as much as they did. But whatever, fair enough. Didn't die. It's nice to have a wee bit of range. I'm not 100% sure on if it's that good.
Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I come to vanquish
As do I.
And obviously it's better than the standard version, but
The cultists that we passed like glory. What made it?
I am here to find out.
probably would change the rune. I'm talking about Hammer the Ancient rune here, by the way, in case you couldn't follow my thought process.
Down this way. He's free.
And really that's all these playthroughs are. It's just me thinking out loud.
I am Cormac.
Hopefully being a little bit entertaining.
If it is the skeleton king you seek, then you will have to fight your way.
Sometimes.
There is no reason we should hunt alone.
I know a Templar can be trusted.
God, I really want to try these other followers as well. I think the ranged ones would probably add a bit more to the Barbarian than this guy, obviously. This guy's more of a tanky type of dude, which the Barbarian doesn't really need. I'm thinking probably the Wizard one. What is the Scoundrel? No, the Scoundrel is the bow user. I can't remember the name of the other one. Anyway, the Wizard one. Probably add a bit more to the Barbarian because obviously they can deal with things that physical damage has trouble with, whereas the Scoundrel I assume is going to be more physical based with the crossbows and such. Those guys are really annoying with that scream and stuff. Die. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying out that wizard type of character. Follower, sorry. Hopefully it is it'd be even better if it's frost based, instead of slowing down guys, which of course helps a lot with your melee. I'm talking strictly from a Barbarian point of view here. I suppose it kind of applies to the monk as well, although the monk would probably be well suited to the follower to tank for the monk, because the monk's not quite as tanky, I suppose, as the Barbarian.
You were a Templar, John Doe. How could you succumb?
Not that the Barbarian wouldn't be well suited to using a follower as well, and you could focus more on damage than survivability. But I think the wizard follower would definitely suit it a bit better. But that's just first impressions without actually having played with one. And ultimately they're not going to be the game changer. Ring of Wounding, I think it's a damage one, isn't it?
I will go with you
Yes,
on
1
your
to 2, up to almost 16, nice.
But there is one condition.
Damage dealt converted to
Find
life,
the
I will
sacred
take
stones
that
of my
one.
order. They are mine.
Oh, that's better than that.
Then onwards we go to fight the skeleton
Lots better.
king.
God, up to 17 DPS already. Yes, you can come with me.
Good to fight with you again.
Look at my little dagger. Ooh, poke, 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 poke you to death. And we'll give him the heal as normal. Right guys, we'll stop part 1 there. And we'll be back shortly for part 2.